why are personality disorders something that would be difficult for us to look at or complicated? Well, first of all, we have to decide whether or not we think there's such a thing as personality. So, you may or may not remember that in the 1960s there was a radical behaviorist who came out with the concept, and he said, his name was Mischel, M-I-S-C-H-E-L, and he made the following statement: there is no personality. And listen, I gotta tell you something, I've been a college teacher who's taught the course Theories of Personality. And at the same time, I have to tell you, I have problems with the construct of personality per se. And I'll tell you why. Dr. Mischel showed us very clearly that a person's behavior is always, and I'm going to use the word always, more a function of the stimulus than it is a function of anything that you would call personality. That fact holds to today. So when I say that, the way we understand personality in the behavior therapies is that we understand it as behavioral consistency. So it is a tendency to respond in a manner. However, under certain conditions...
It is what social psychologists would call the default response, so to speak.
Yes, that's right, exactly. So the way I've seen it diagrammed is if you have stimulus situation 1, and you look over here at the responses that a person could give, and you put those in a hierarchy, A, B, C, and then you look at stimulus situation 2, and you look at the response hierarchy, you might see B, A, C, but then to stimulus situation 3, you're going to see A, C, B. What if you followed that with me is A is high in all 3 of the stimulus situations, but you still have to remember the fact. The behavior is always more a function of the stimulus situation. So the person who has the narcissistic personality disorder may act in a certain situation totally not narcissistically, and it's going to be more a function of that than it's going to be of this internal thing called personality. So even though Mischel came out with the statement, there is no personality, we do accept the notion that there is behavioral consistency. If it looks like an apple, smells like an apple, is round like an apple, let's just call it an apple. So we moved into the arena of treating these things that we didn't even believe in. This thing called personality. Then, what exactly are personality disorders? I had a very interesting experience in life, which is that in 99 to 2000, I lived in Italy for a year. I was a visiting professor at the University of Florence and the University of Parma. The Italians don't use the notion of personality disorder. They think it's very American. They think it's very culture biased. They think it's very judgmental. And they don't like it. They think of it as Americans trying to put people in boxes. Well, you guess what? Half the population of Italy would look histrionic to the rest of the world. Half the population of Israel would look passive-aggressive to the rest of the world. Get where I'm going with this? And so we have to look at not only what is that personality in the context of the larger culture, we might have to look at what is that personality in the context of the family culture itself.